So we're going to continue on a health tip right now, and I think at this time of the year, we're changing seasons, kind of people starting to feel that exhaustion of that earlier push. A vitamin B deficiency can exhibit in so many ways. I know general lethargy is one of them that we certainly feel here on set, but it can also exhibit like a lot of other conditions, and then generally our answer is to turn to Google to look for the answers ourselves, and then that takes us down a path of misdiagnosis.
Yeah, it can be dangerous as well. So this morning we are hearing it from the professionals themselves who unpack and make this as clear as possible for us. Have a look.
We're back in the kitchen, and a deficiency in vitamin B1, B6 and or B12 may result in symptoms that you may not associate with a vitamin B deficiency. It is good to listen to your body, and if you have some of these symptoms, what can be done about them? Well, today we will be recapping on why it is so important to listen to the signs your body sends and what to do about it. And joining us back in the kitchen is clinical dietitian Natalie Mat. Welcome back to Expresso.
Thank you.
Well, listen, we have been talking about vitamin B a lot in the last couple of weeks, and it's so important to recap. Why is it important for people to know whether or not they actually have a vitamin B deficiency?
B vitamins are part of so many enzymes in our body that some of the symptoms we experience are quite vague. And so it can be difficult to tell, do I have a vitamin B deficiency or is there something else going on? The kind of symptoms that you might see are things that can affect the whole of you, or it could affect certain things, and you really need to find out whether or not, hopefully with the help of your health professional, this is something more serious or something that can be easily fixed through diet and lifestyle.
I have to say that's often a tough one, because I often, when I hit that low energy feel, and the first thing I ask myself is, when was the last time I've checked, my vitamin B? Like, that's something that's always a telltale sign. But when do you know that, it is perhaps your vitamin B?
So some of the symptoms that we might experience if we are low in our B vitamins as a group, because there's a lot of B vitamins, would be things like numbness or lack of feelings in your fingers, in your feet. You might have really poor mood, you don't feel amazing, your energy levels might be low, and you might even have difficulty walking. So even symptoms like depression can be a telltale sign that someone doesn't have enough vitamin B12.
Now, listening to some of the symptoms you've just pointed out, how can we avoid people now going to Google, searching their symptoms, and then, of course, freaking out over all of it?
Well, I really like that you say freaking out, because there is an information overload and people can access information, but we don't always have the insight how to put into perspective for ourselves. And so I would definitely encourage people, instead of Googling what is going on, that they rather ask their health professional, so their GP or their dietitian, so that they can provide the context and help them see what is actually going on here. Is it something I need to be worried about? Another issue I have with people Googling is there are just anyone who has time to post online can post online, and sometimes you're getting really convincing information from health professionals who might have it wrong, or from people who aren't qualified to give nutrition information.
I think that's the problem. There's a lot of fake news floating around, fake information, and like you said, it's all about putting it into context. Now let's put it into context. For someone that is, they've got a vitamin B deficiency, what's the best way to fix it?
So I'm a dietitian. I am going to tell you that food is the best way. There are sometimes people who can't always get enough through food, or if you are deficient, you would do well in the short term through supplementation. But when we focus on foods, we're going to be looking at a variety of foods. And as I said as well, Bs are a big group, but in a lot of these products that you see today, you have all of the Bs. So when we look at things like our legumes, lentils, chickpeas, all of the pulses, those are great for B vitamins, as well as whole grains. So people always think bread, whole grain pastas, but also your cereals are a great source and are often enriched as well. So if you think of your high fiber cereals and some breakfast cereals, they'll be fortified as well. And then, of course, we have your meat, fish, dairy, animal products, and we have, for our folate, in particular, dark green leafy veggies as well. So B vitamins are throughout our food supply, and you can get enough usually if you have a balanced diet that is nice and varied.
I can imagine your balanced diet is already the right step in the right direction. And changing your overall health is also very good for you.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm a dietitian. Food is what I do, and I believe that people can really change how they feel and how they look and how their bodies operate on a daily basis by fueling themselves in a way that is balanced and really thoughtful, mindful. You can make amazing changes to your health.
You certainly can. Well, Natalie, thank you for joining us this morning, shedding some light on why vitamin B is so important. And don't miss your Feel Good Breakfast show, because next week, in our final installment regarding vitamin B deficiency, we will be having a discussion on how to take care of your health to prevent any deficiency from happening.